Welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secret on social media. Today, this is the Underrated Brunch Talk number 4. I invite people to come on. You can hear me now, right? Okay. Eyes love to talk. Check your email. Come on the panel. Ladies and gentlemen, come on the panel. In the near future, when I have talks like this, ladies, if you want to join, if you send the link, take advantage and get on the panel. Stop thinking that, oh yeah, the men talking. If it says ladies and gentlemen, that means y'all invited too. Okay? It's gonna be soon later. I ain't gonna be how I do none of this, so but I'm gonna be intervention some things very, very soon. So take advantage right now. But shout out to everybody, and also shout out to the Miss, you know, like that. She's somewhere around here.
You funny.
Yeah, she's right. Yeah, but let me say this though. Before we continue that sometimes when you love somebody, when you I'm no not love when you in love somebody, there's feelings there, and sometimes that you're trying to be real careful how you structure your conversation. Don't even worry about Oslo. So just come up and so that's the crucial time you got to work together. I got to every time that thing pop my phone. Look, I said F me or F you, so I'm cut it off. So, but you cannot stop working. Stop thinking that, and that's what I'm very appreciative of the miss. That I know people, oh, you sipping, number one grind, you sipping, but it's not a sip move. It's something that sometimes us as a people, man or woman need to think that you got to constantly work. Stop thinking that things is guaranteed. You got to keep a constant working. So you got to create possibilities. Like tonight, God's willing, I'm going back with her. She'll let me know, baby, I'm going to be doing this and that and everything. No problem. I'm out. God's willing. If I don't feel sick, I'm out. You got to do, sometimes that you got to make that extra step. Sometimes you have to do what you got to do. And like she always said, don't you worry, I get you back. Just show up. Get you back. She said, I don't know when I come back because she gonna be busy, doing tax 2 jobs. She in the band, but you got to make time. So you have to know, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be a time that I'll be doing live streams or I'll be doing other things. But but it's very important. You got to constantly keep on working. You agree, Miss?
You're gonna always have to constantly work.
Always constantly work. So that's that with that. In sports, I don't want to keep on talking Aaron Rodgers thing because
It pisses you off.
yeah, it does. You come from the Aaron Rodgers. You've been out the dark place almost 2 weeks. Are you gonna roll with us or you're not gonna roll with us? I can't even blame Green Bay no more. I can't. I mean, they cannot say nothing anyway under NFL thing. So I can't even blame the Jets. I can't even blame Green Bay. I can't. But it's real. It would be real messed up that you got the Jets players recruit you, and you talk very highly of the Jets for months, He's now. If you want to retire, I understand. First ballot Hall of Famer. Close to 450 touchdowns, I believe. Maybe only like 450
Sorry.
touchdowns, I believe. Maybe only like
sorry.
400. It's all right. Okay, like 450. I think over 450 touchdowns his career. I think maybe just maybe around 89, 90, or maybe less than that. Interceptions. Won Super Bowl, wow, 13 years ago. No postseason. But he had performed well. But I would say this Green Bay did not have anything surrounded by them. And so I would say it is that, they want to blame Aaron Rodgers. I'm not gonna blame him always. It's like one way or the other. They don't have a good defense, or they didn't have like surrounded. Green Bay never really had the real pieces around. But when he won 2010, they had it all and everything. So I'm not gonna put all the blame on him. No, I critique in sports, so I see. I got an eye for it. People be sleeping. The number one grinder got an eye for sports. Remember that. So I'm not gonna blame all that on him. I blame Green Bay front office had not put the right pieces. And they were, oh, good afternoon, Coco Tina. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. But oh yeah, the Giants signed Daniel Jones. I guess you already know, but they didn't sign the Barkley. I don't know why. But if you're white, you're right. Giants never really took care of black players. And I mean, they ain't gonna take care of some, but they never been. I'm talking about the quarterback. They never. And even the Jets. So, but I'm gonna talk more about that of the New York teams in the past anyway. I will, if I don't forget, and it won't be towards the end of the springtime, probably beginning of the summer, maybe around my birthday. I'll probably do a special underrated commentary on that. I don't know. I'm going to have a panel discussion on that. I don't know. It really depends, but we gonna get to that. And also, in a few weeks, I would like to do a tribute to my brother, my fallen brother Muhammad. So when I've been saying that for a while, but there are some stuff that I gotta get straightened out before I bring that in. And there's always only gonna be people that know Muhammad's the one. So anybody that don't know Muhammad's the one, don't ask to come up. So that's gonna come in for him, and I know that's gonna be. I know, like for me and Sonny and DS1 and Amanda Gathers and 7-8 Sports, the whole LDBC. I'm gonna see I could talk to 7-8 Sports. Maybe they could have somebody could share it out or could share, also they could screen it from them, one of the brothers or sisters out there. So bring it out there like that. So I'm gonna see what I could do because, the late great Muhammad is the one he well respected of the LDBC. That's how I met him. That's how I met him. I met Muhammad's the one through LDBC, and we became very close. He's New York. I'm from New York, and along the way, matter of fact, indirectly, Sonny had introduced me to him. Matter of fact, because Sonny come from. That's why I met Sonny at LDBC too. So Sonny Boxer talk. So, and then we became as family, and we started doing different things together on something. Doing music and stuff. Well respected brother. On his while he's fighting for his life, he been encouraging me back in 2019 and April 22nd, 2020, he was gone. So we're gonna do a special on him. Hopefully, God's willing, in the April. That's what I'm shooting for in the April. So shout out to Muhammad, the one I love you, bro. Thank you. So that night is gonna be very emotional for the rest of the people in the parent, but for me too, because we kept in contact even Sunny. So be expecting me and Sunny like, but even to think about right now that sometimes I wish he was here right now. You got to know Miss. Hey, you find yourself a good one, huh? Treat my brother right now. He's a good brother. Been through a lot. I like her, reminiscing and stuff, man. Man, I miss him. I miss him a lot. I miss him. But we gonna get to the show. But when that happened, I let you know. But again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secret on social media. And this is the Underrated Brunch Talk number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, you are invited. So please come up. The one that I send the links out. Please come up and everything. So, but the thing for me, we're gonna talk about the silicone banking. That's one of the top bankers that the ones who deals with tech. That's when they bring their stocks up, and then that's when they, have they do their business at. It came under fire, crashed, and the Miss showed me the list this morning. The other banks, the federal government lend money out to the banks that been out for centuries. The same federal government that bailed them out in 2008. And they wonder why the economy is the same. But everyday people like me and you can't even get a doggone break. But you don't want to save the bank. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Coca-Tina. You right. Then you got careless people that being financed. They all about greed. They inherit their family inherit money. They inherit generational wealth. But they greedy. They toxic. They corrupt. And some men and some women keep on feeding them. So people of African descent in this country, that's what I'm concentrating on. Not concentrating on nobody else. So like people like people, us as African descent, how we could create generational wealth. Now I know there's gonna be some people, oh, you gotta make it on your own. Listen, if you could make it on your own, see how far that's gonna get you. But when you crash, do not come back here. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Don't even come back here. And but they let a few of us in. But their money is not as long as theirs. Their son could become millionaires. Their money is we come in and our money is not long as theirs. These are facts. So do I think we're gonna see another one in the near future? It don't surprise me. It don't surprise me. That's why it's so important that when we have money, know the importance of it. Make sure you create things that you know that you can have revenue coming in. That is very important. Make sure you set up for long term. Make sure your money's gonna keep on turning, turning, turning. Very important. Make sure it be regulate. Because the upper top, despite what it is, they money's regulated. Ours not to a certain extent. So it's very important to find something, find a business that you know you can make money on. And it's nothing wrong to think like that because it's all about create generation wealth. It's all about being comfortable. And it's very important. So make sure revenue we keep on turning for our benefit. Yeah, so again, we're gonna talk about different issues. Anything you want to ask, it's gonna be freelance. They ain't gonna be like no definite topic, you know. But I just want to see what y'all's going to say. See what's on your mind and everything. And this is very important. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I usually don't do it, but I'm gonna do it for this. I'm gonna do this once in a while. I'm not gonna do it all the time, but I'm gonna post a link in the chat. So everybody that wants to get on, now I gotta screen you out too. I'm gonna screen you out. If I don't know you, I have a right to ask questions. So if you don't like what I said, I advise you not to hit the link. Okay? So understand what I'm saying. All right. But there goes the link right there. You know. No, the time went up, so that means it gets later. And you know when the weather gets nice, the crazy people come out. The crazy people come at night. The crazy people come at night. Yeah. You know, they coming out act like fools. And us as a people, we gotta understand we cannot follow what they do. You know, you gotta be very careful. If you travel, be very careful. Be very careful, y'all. Because these people don't care. So be very careful. If you need to get some and get back in the house, go ahead and do it. Oh, I can. If you travel out of town, I'm letting you know right now, if you travel out of town, you go through Virginia, make sure you have full gas. Make sure you have full tank to drive through Virginia. I'm telling you. If you make a stop in Virginia, make sure you make a quick stop. And because you don't want to get stopped. Nah, you didn't stop. There's some nice people in Virginia. I'm not gonna say they're not. There's some nice people in Virginia, but I'm talking about the politic part about it. No, drive straight through. Gas it up. If you come from New York or Connecticut or stuff, if you gotta go past Virginia to the south and everything, make sure when you hit DC or something, make sure you gas that up. Make sure you get full that tank. If it takes you $60, you make sure. Hold on. I'll check things out. Yeah, well, I'll check things out. But yeah, but drive through. Drive all the way through. Gas it. I'm telling you. My father, he let me know years ago when I was a little boy. You don't want to play Virginia. And also, too,
Sleep.
hmm,
Try.
okay. No, well, hold on.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Yeah, but drive through. Yeah, and I was getting ready to say something. And yeah, I forgot this was in the Midwest, I think. A 31-year-old woman got pregnant by a 13-year-old boy, and she's not going to be. She ain't gonna get no jail time, but she gonna have to register as a sexual sex offender for the rest of her life. Like it means something, and the mother's very upset. She said it would have been vice versa. You would have thrown the key. And now let me say this though too. I'm saying we could blame the. Oh, okay. Here she go. That's Coco team. Okay. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Well. I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm here. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
That's good. What's going on?
No, but I was talking about I just talking about the 31-year-old woman that she got pregnant by a 13-year-old,
Uh-oh.
and she didn't get no jail time, but they slapped a sex offender tag on her for the rest of her life.
Yeah. Um, I read that story.
Oh, you
Um,
okay?
she didn't. They did not give her any child abuse charges, which I'm not understanding. And I know the parent of the 13-year-old was very, 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 very disgusted,
Yes.
and and was like, now he has a child that he has to raise, and he's going to be um reliving that. But then I also read they was living together, so I'm like, where was the parents?
Excellent question. Where's the parent at?
That's just crazy. That's just
And
crazy. Like, I just
it,
don't
it,
understand.
and then let me ask you a question. As a mother, right?
Uh,
As a mother, when you hear, do you think there should be more women should be outspoken of this?
um as a mother of sons, they're grown now, but um I don't know what transpired because it didn't elaborate what transpired between the teen and the parents. I do know that a lot of teens lately feel that they can be adults,
Yeah, that's right.
and they're not equipped yet, but they think they are. So I think it's hard on these parents now, because the parents are younger, and I fall into that category because I had my children young. But I can say that although I had my children young, I tried to stay one step ahead of them. I tried to keep their mind occupied as best as I could.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of parents now just allow the streets to um raise their children
Mm-hmm.
because they want to have a life of their own. So, you know, which is wrong. You can't you we as parents excuse me, we as parents have to be parents. We have to be parents.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't be their friends. And I think that is a line that these younger parents um are not addressing. Um they want to be the friend. They want to be the cool person. They don't want their children um to, think badly of them. Shoot, it's many times my children told me I was a bad mom, and I was like, "Oh, okay." But like I told them, I said, all I'm doing is, we got to explain more to children because of society. So because of society and the internet, we gotta stay abreast, and we have to explain to these children the correct way.
Well, let me ask you this question. Will we have that same conversation that would have been or been vice versa?
If it was a girl, nah, unfortunately, um, they would have said that the male manipulated her, that the male, overpowered her, and and probably they probably even say that he raped her. Um, and he would have been in jail.
That's the understatement, right?
He would have been in jail. He would have been locked up. He would have been somewhere, but he would have been in jail and on the sex offender list. He would have did some years behind that.
And also the people in jail would have heard of him and all that stuff. Even the guards would not protect them and stuff like that. Even there are some cases that kind of find that he never did it. That certain men never did it and stuff like that. I would say this though. I think that we could blame the judges, rightfully so, and we could blame the prosecutors and the lawyers, rightfully so. But I would say that the owners also had to be the ones that had to decide. Oops, she got off. Sometimes they got popped or she be back. But I would say that sometimes, you know, the ones who have to decide the case, you got to put onus on them too. The jury do. We got to put the onus on them. And I think cases like that, the Iceman, what's good? I heard you got yourself a safety. Congrats on that. Great move. Great move. The Iceman. Oh, let me get back in here. So, Iceman, if you want to get on, the link is right there. Okay. So, yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. But I was saying, Coco Tino, that the jury duty had to be responsible too, besides the judge and prosecutors and the lawyers. What do you think about that?
So the jury is made up of our peers. So in so many words, you're saying we as a people, again, there's double standards that we as a people can't seem to get it together or come to some
Don't
consensus.
have to be our people. I'm talking in general.
Yeah, we as people. I didn't say
Gotcha.
our people. We
Okay,
as people.
gotcha.
People.
Gotcha.
Male,
Gotcha.
females, all races,
Let me
people.
drink some more coffee. Okay.
Um, so because we as people cannot agree, there's going to be loopholes and there's going to be double standards.
Mhm.
And in this case, I think what I wasn't there, but I'm assuming, my opinion, my opinion, um, the reason why she probably did get the what she got was probably after they talked to the boy. He probably said he knew what he was doing. He
Mm.
wanted it,
Mhm.
and that was his girlfriend, and that's what he was good with.
But you know, as a grown person, right? I got your ice, man. Give me a few seconds. But as see, I got. I said this. There things happen to me. You already heard Coco Tina on the channel from Mexico. But I would say this that he still is an adolescent. He still got manipulated, and that should be not. I'm not saying that you wrong because you spot on, and I know you said that's your opinion, but I beg to differ. You are right. That did went down that way. So they see him. Oh, he just no. He's 13 years old, and if you people, I feel if people think like that, you know you can't be part of no jury dude no more. If I was a judge, no. We're gonna throw out this case. You know, I'm gonna make I'm gonna tell you how the number one grind the judge would have been. I would say, how dare you say something like that? I'm gonna make sure that you ain't gonna have your license no more. I'm gonna make sure you ain't gonna have your license no more. And I'm gonna get you going to jail without parole. Even if they trying to get me out of here as being a judge. But I'm gonna make sure that everything is documented. You is gonna be in jail without parole. And I'm gonna assign you to a jail so you have to do hard time. Because I know for a fact if you go to these women jail, they don't even like stuff like this. Because you know why, yo? Because I watched some TV years ago, and I remember there was this one in Louisiana. This lady, she said, if a woman molests a little boy or a child, she better not come in here. Cause we the judge, jury, and all that. I said, ooh. They said that's right. So I was just don't send them over here. Tell your family goodbye. And even you got God said the same thing. Oh no. Yeah, we gonna protect her to a certain extent. And I remember I heard it back in the 80s. I said, ooh, don't send her in here. Now the same way you see the boys, you know, the man raped the little boy, man raped the little girl. So oh no, oh in here, no, this no tolerate.
Hi, Ice.
Ice. Ice.
Ice love to talk came back.
Yeah, eyes love to
Hi,
talk.
Ice Man.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you, Underated? How are
How
you,
you
Coco?
doing? Congratulations on your pride. You got Ramsey.
Oh Lord, oh Lord. It's oh it's a great day, but I think I was listening to your conversations and I like what you guys were talking about the judge, and it's come to my attention. If I can piggyback off that,
Go ahead.
underrated. Well, I think it's come to my attention in not just in life in general speaking, but I think we have to hold people accountable, and that's the problem with the judges. Some of them, yes, they have the power, and with that power, as we all know, it comes with a lot of opportunities to allow other people in this world, and not just USA, but everywhere. You know how the court system is and
Yes, sir.
judicial, and I think that it needs to come to a lot of people's attention. It needs to show that people need to start taking the law serious, respect it, and not just that, but judges need to uphold the law. They too need to start owning it up. They can't just be sitting there on their high thrones, making sure that the law-abiding citizens are doing what they're supposed to do. But when in actual fact, some of the judges are taking, I hate to say it, but bribes and stuff like that under the table, and it starts to manipulate the people. And when I was hearing you guys about what was it, a woman? It was a certain woman, right? If I wasn't
Yeah,
mistaken.
let me say the 31-year-old woman had sex with a 13-year-old. She ended up getting pregnant,
Mm,
and she's not doing the job. They just slap a sex offender thing on her. That's it.
God, damn. Oh my. Well,
She actually
that
had the
right there
child.
needs to be
Yeah, she actually had the child. Yes.
right.
That good point. Good point.
She
Sister.
she need she needs to make sure. Well, question actually to you and Miss Coco up here. Uh, if you guys don't mind, how
Go
long is the
ahead.
sentence? Has they given out a file yet or anything like any news and updates on that? Or because that is serious. I mean, first off, what led to that? If you guys have any information on that, or if you can tell me or anything, I mean, that's crazy. It's like a movie. I ain't gonna lie, but it's crazy. This world.
Well, you can go first, Coco Tina, and I'll follow up. Well, when she gets on everything, when I read the story almost 2 weeks ago, I had to read it twice.
Sheesh.
It does happen.
Yeah,
I
hundred
talk
percent.
about it.
Oh yeah.
I talk about it. Even I talk about when a man molests little girls. I talk about it. But when it comes when a woman do it, it's always closed mouths.
Right, right, right.
Now,
And
as you mean, you were 13 years old at one time.
see,
We
but
trying
that's
to
my
figure
dis.
out in this world. We trying to figure out ourselves there. But see, with Coco Tino, she told my because she more a little more abreast of the story. She was saying that in the court, the child was saying that, yeah, I know what I was doing. Come on, you
Oh,
13 years old. Come on,
so you okay? So that right there. So you're telling me that a lot. This child knew what he was doing,
a
but he's
13
saying
year
the
old.
victim. But the victim, okay, but he's the victim. See, if it was vice versa, and if it was an older man and a younger woman or girl, it would have been hell. But the problem is, it needs to go both ways. There has to be both equal. This is where the judge comes in
Thank you,
that you guys
Coco
were
Tino.
talking about. It needs to be equal.
Right, but
Uh,
this is what I'm saying, bro. When you are 30 years old, you're trying to find out yourself. You're not going to be taken seriously.
mm,
You're trying to find out. I'm talking about as a man. I'm talking about growing up as a man, y'all. You trying to find your emotions. You trying to find yourself. You don't know. And they go by what he's saying. They need to throw it. Listen, he don't know what he's talking about. He being manipulated and stuff like that. And then it's crazy that he's a father.
mm,
But he ain't gonna never really figure out. I'm not gonna say he gonna never figure out himself, but it's gonna take him
right.
time to figure out himself. While she getting ready scot free, while she still
Hmm.
being manipulated and stuff
Right.
like that.
The thing is, I'm just gonna jump in. The thing is, when I'm reading the story, The parents was absent somewhere in this
Huh.
boy's life. And that now all of a sudden, because she mothered this child with this boy, now it's just seemed like now they're blowing, making it seem like they was doing whatever it is that they was doing for this
Right.
child. But this child was living with this adult.
Right.
So I'm just trying to figure out there's a lack of parenting here. And
Right.
I think if
That's
the parent of this child was active, he probably would not have been in that situation.
That's true. But let me put this out there because I know people's going to say something. You what about the woman? When she did that and everything. No, 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 no. We not saying what the woman did is wrong and everything. What Coco Tina is saying, where the parent in that. So let me ask you this question. While the parent reappeared the son's life, and then, well, do you think they was looking for getting some money out this case?
Mm, that's a good question. That was a good question. Uh, they probably was. They probably will. They can always, do a civil case against her.
And he's not gonna get. Hold on, y'all. I got it. So that means they ain't gonna get. Hold on. Go ahead. Go and speak. Keep on going.
Yeah, so they probably will do a civil, especially because this is a plea deal that she agreed to. So my thing is, how did the prosecutors even agree to draw up a deal like this for this
y'all.
person?
Y'all can hear. Y'all can hear me
Yes.
now. I'm
Yes.
sorry, Coco. Go ahead. Okay, no,
No,
I had was connection problems. I had to go inside. Okay, go ahead.
it's
Go
okay.
ahead.
Sorry
No
about that.
problem.
I get it. It happened to me.
I hear you. Oh man,
But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
this
okay.
so
connection.
it's just the fact that where was the parents?
Right.
And how did the child get into this care of this person? That's number one. Number two, how can a prosecutors draw up a plea deal like this where she
Mm.
does not serve any time?
None.
That's number two. Number three, yeah, now after the fact, the parents are voicing their concerns. Again, that just go back to number one. Where were you? I have a question. Those are all the questions I need to answer. I need answers.
All right, and then to go on your point, you made excellent valid points, Coco Tina. And Iceman, I want you to get into it this after I get ready to say this though too. I want to know, like I said before, part of the plea deal is stuff, parents. I want to know, do you took any money? So if you took any money,
Mm.
you really don't care about the child.
Mm.
That means
There,
that
there it
you and
is.
the prosecutor and I'm gonna be nice. That I'm gonna call her that violate your son, that you took money, that you listen, I'm poor, I didn't know what I was doing, but you didn't care about that child, but you want to bring friends up of a predator.
Mm.
She is a predator.
Hmm.
Let's call it as it is.
No, you're right. You're right. Male,
She
female,
is
no
a
matter what kind of
predator.
pop party. Yeah.
And then if the parent took some money, you is accomplice of a predator.
Hmm.
So I'm saying this: if it happens like that, when I'm thinking or what I'm saying, that news need to come out of mainstream media. I could be wrong. I
No, I
hope
think
I'm
you were
wrong
on
on
the
this.
ball. I think no. I think you're on the ball on that underrated. Honestly, I'm
I
sorry to
hope I'm
intrude on
wrong.
that part, but no, you right. Let's be real here. Let's be real. This
Yes, sir.
remember now. Times have changed. Women can do things the same thing as men can do, and that's a fact. I know that it's crazy, but it's not, and that's just the truth. And that's what I'm trying to say as an example of if we're gonna give equality towards every single person, even if it's a child, no matter if you're male or female. Why we see there it is. That's the problem right there. It starts with the parents. The parents don't want to take responsibility for the actions of them not taking care of the child, making sure that person is becoming respectful, making sure they're not falling out of line or doing despicable things in that nature. And that's the first part. And you know,
Mm-hmm.
this kids are not owning up. Okay, great, we get you're a kid, but you know damn well what you were doing, and you know damn well the situation that you were in, you literally was at. And when you sit in front of a jury, you need to tell nothing but the whole truth. And that's where I'm listening to respectfully to Miss Coco and you, Underrated, and you both make valid points, and you're hitting it right on the nail that justice needs to be served on both counts of parties, meaning it needs to be equal, like we said, towards the kids, if whoever the kid's parents are, or if he has a guardian legal, and towards the woman as well. There needs to be some time either spent in juvie or jail, or they could have, you know, the money situated, whatever. All we just want is a fair case. That's all I'm saying, because it sounds like there's some manipulation going on behind closed
It is
doors or
manipulation.
something.
This is what I'm saying. Why you cannot trust a 13-year-old boy, no matter you can't.
You know, y'all males, y'all know at 13, y'all hormones
Mhm.
get to jumping. And
That's
a
what I'm saying.
female
So we
look
get the
y'all
jumping. So
direction,
that
y'all
should
like,
be
woo
thrown
woo.
out. You gonna believe a 13-year-old? All right, he get a little piece of something. That probably his the first piece he ever did. And everything he don't know. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, and everything. And I'm gonna say this. I gotta say this. A 31-year-old. What a 13-year-old boy could do with a 31. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. Well, I mean, like, no, I'm not gonna get explicit.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna behave myself.
Sorry.
I'm gonna behave myself. But y'all get the picture what I'm saying. So that lets me know of her, you ain't grow up. Because maybe a real man want to step to you, you don't like that. You like to listen to, you like to play with them chicken finger boys. That is young, that cannot talk back, that try to figure out. And
It's
that is a predator.
it's manipulation, yes.
Predator.
Miss Coco, could I ask a
What you
question to
doing
Miss
that?
Coco?
Go ahead.
Uh, Miss Coco, since you have, I don't know if you have the article there, but if you can,
Yeah, she
could
just
you
put the
also?
article in the chat, bro.
Oh, in the chat,
What you
that's
read?
it. Okay, right there. All right, let me, because it is to this point of my knowledge that I've heard from both of you, and I agree on both parts on how it should be upheld. I think right now this kid needs to become, what's the word? What's the right polite word I'm trying to put? Underrated. I don't want to spew out any nonsense on your
To be
channel.
what?
He needs counseling.
That's,
And
yes.
and
There you go.
Professional
Coco
counseling
said it.
for the rest of his life.
Yeah, Coco said it. She got it. She got it.
Do you agree,
She,
Coco Tina?
salute.
I agree he needs counseling. That 13-year-old needs counseling. He needs he needs first to understand his body. So he's going to need counsel on that. He needs to counsel on what actually took place and that it was not, although it may have felt good to him and his body, but it was not the right feeling for him at that time. That
Hmm.
he still, is growing into his body, and he's going to need help with that. My thing is, where is the father?
Well, I'm telling you as a man, we're gonna get dragged into this too. Where's the father? Well, I'm just saying this. Maybe there's something happened between the mother and the father. I mean, it could be many, many things. And would you right about that? But also, I'm gonna say one thing about this too. Yeah, Iceman, please come back because we want to hear your input. But this is the question that I'm asking Coco Tina. The ones gonna give them help, if they gonna give him the right help, or they gonna be within their personal feelings. That's the thing.
That
Because we deal with overly sensitive people. So I don't because see, I'm telling y'all what happened to me, and I'm not bringing it up. What happened to me, they make it seem like it's my fault. Okay? So I don't want to make it like what Coco Tina said, she actually right. And before I continue, when he go through those counsel, hopefully he should not pay for it at all. He should get top-notch counsel for the rest of his life because he's going to need it. But I don't want him to get railroaded or so you did certain things because there's certain people into their feelings. Oh, you got a man called a she, and you got a he called a she, and vice versa. Now, I don't want those people around the counselor. It's got to be a man or a woman that cares for that boy. And at the same time, still trying to find justice against that woman. That predator. Young guy.
It sounds like the kid needs love in his life. I think that's what I'm hearing. The kid needs someone to really guide him and make sure he becomes a sincere person, a person that's what he needs. He needs someone. You can tell there's no guidance in his life, and that's very tough to hear. To know that, look, it is his fault. I'm not saying it's not his fault. I'm saying 100,000% it's the kid's fault. Because you both said it, he knew what he was doing. You both said it. And the
It's not
problem
his
is
fault.
he needs that in the court system in their eyes, that I bet you $1,000.
But they said his fault. I get what you said. Right. But it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. It's,
Well, you're
it's
right.
very no. I hear you, man. No. It's not what I'm not right or wrong. It's just that we both all. I think all three of us up here and everyone in the viewers in the chat, everyone just wants to know. What is it gonna happen to the kid? What is it really gonna do? Like, is he gonna change? Okay, but
Or he could be
you can
suicidal.
say
He could
that you're
be
gonna change.
suicidal
But
because everything could be
yeah,
overbearing to him. So what's going to happen to him? And I'm saying I hope it doesn't happen to him. But this is what I'm saying, and I'm gonna say this though too. Why more people cannot come up here and talk about this? Because
because it's so
it would have been
yeah,
vice versa. It would have been people come up
right.
here. That's right. The man shouldn't do it. But when it comes vice versa, nobody don't want to come up.
It's
Now
the
I'm talking about the
internet
ones who
though.
have the time to
Sometimes.
come up. Nah.
Oh, right. I hear what you're saying now. No, I meant you thought in general. Like, okay.
well,
No.
JT. So you mentioned, your situation. I know you don't. You said you didn't want to elaborate, but your situation was purely rape. But like you said, they felt that you was the cause of it. So I'm thinking they probably had that same outlook
They had it. I'm telling you. They did.
for this case.
Yeah, they did.
Why do you even think about it like that? Ooh, you make a good one.
That's what they
Damn.
said. They said that he's the coach. Yes. And they probably said, yeah, right. But he's 13 years old. Really? But for her, you consider her a victim? And she even went on and had the baby. So the women's rights, I want to know what it is like then. I want to hear from y'all. The women's rights. I want to hear from y'all.
I,
She
I
had the baby with a minor. What you would say about that?
I don't even think she should be raised. I think they should have took this child from her.
I agree. But
But
again,
this.
you ain't gonna hear from that. No, you're not.
Well, question to that actually: would they have the child in what's it called, by parental, like does he have at least one parent that can take care of him, or auntie or
He
uncle or someone with the child, is what I'm saying, that they can watch the child until it's of age of 18, and then the kid, when he's older, he can take care of the child, is what I'm trying to say. Is there someone that can hold the
well,
child for
according
now?
to the mom of this boy, um,
Okay.
he is supposed to still he still has the right to father this child. It's his child, so he can
Also,
father the child. Um,
right.
it's just a matter that he's got a co-parent with the mother.
And right, and this is the point is the mother. This is what I'm saying. She got slapped on a sexual offender tag on her. So I'm saying like this, she got more rights than him, but he's the victim. So where the justice of that too?
I just don't think anyone that has a child sex offender tag should have a child.
I
That's just my
agree with
personal
you
opinion.
I
totally.
agree.
Yeah. No, no,
No,
no,
I
no, no,
agree.
no,
I agree.
no, 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 no,
You
no. Let me
cannot
say
trust.
this. No, go ahead, go
Go
ahead, go
ahead.
ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. I just want to go ahead. I just wanted to say quickly, underrated.
Mm-mm.
That woman should never ever be trusted. I mean, it's not trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust someone even when she gets of age. God forbid she does something foolish again. So I'm just saying,
It's
man.
gonna
Go
happen.
ahead, Andre. My bad.
No, no, you ain't. I ain't mean to cut you. Go and finish.
No, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you, man. Thank you. Go
No, no,
ahead.
yeah, I want you, yeah, but that's going to happen again, and you know what's going to happen? Oh, she a sexual offender. You gotta understand, he's a 13-year-old and stuff. How about she going and it happened that she's fertile? Understand what I'm saying, fam? She is fertile. She got another 6 or 7 more years.
Oh,
Okay,
that's how long. That's how long she's in.
okay. How about she get pregnant by an 11-year-old? Y'all gonna say something about that?
Mm.
And then to me, it hits home with me because I know people gonna say, "But the number one grinder, you don't say the same thing about it." Yes, I do say the same thing. A
Both
man
sides, both people.
molests a little girl, you should get thrown up. But that's happened a lot, and I don't
Hmm.
have no problems with that. I don't have no problems with that.
And remember,
It
most of
be the
those men in
same
jail.
thing, but this is the problem that I have here again. When it comes to stories like this, why people ain't coming up and say anything about it? Why y'all don't have no empathy? Oh, I'm not gonna say empathy. Why y'all don't want to say nothing about that? I mean, at least like come up like 5 or 10 minutes or maybe 3. But if you can't even come up, can't even come up. Even like whatever this podcast finish uploading, put a comment on it. Why y'all don't want to do that? Why? I want to know why. But I guarantee it would have been vice versa. Rightfully so, people would have jumped up. And please don't say it doesn't work that way because I've been doing this for a minute right now. And I do stories like this and vice versa. But there is a difference.
I agree.
I
And
don't
can
want
I?
to. This I mean, cut you off. I
That
don't
is.
want
No,
it.
go ahead.
To me, it's this like that. If we said that we're gonna act in righteous and everything, you cannot. You got to speak on this because it's wrong. It's fucking wrong. This in this system, they gonna consider him as a bastard child. The system's not gonna protect him. But they're gonna protect her and the child. And then you don't know what she gonna tell the child. When he become a man, hopefully he will understand. He get the like Sister Coca Tina, she get the rightful heard about it. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying we talk. I love to talk. I'm not saying about that. But it should be more people come up and speak on it. That's all I'm saying.
That's yeah,
It
that's the part
should.
right there, right
I mean,
there.
like, especially,
That's
especially, I mean, especially you're a parent. I mean, you don't have to. No, no. Let me change. My fault. Let me change that. You don't even have to be a parent. Be a responsible grown up. This is wrong. But if it happened to some of y'all, I'm not talking about the ones in the chat, but I'm talking about there's something happened to y'all. Oh, you wanted to bring it up. Fuck
mhm,
y'all. Hell with y'all. Hell with y'all.
and underrated. Can I really? I just
Go
want to say
ahead, bro.
quickly
Go
to
ahead.
that, man,
Go
because you
ahead. Go
just
ahead.
cooked, man, and that right there was 100. You know why, man? Because the internet is great and it's powerful, so we can speak our piece on what's really going on in the world and what matters. And I think the ones that don't want to speak up on that, now, much big ups to them. I know that the internet can sometimes be a terrifying place. Once you say something and you put it out in the atmosphere, it sticks with you like glue. But I just encourage the ones, like Underrated said, the ones that are listening or going to listen to this later on in the day or whenever, make sure you at least talk about it amongst yourself or to whoever and start questioning things. It's always good to question things and talk amongst big situations like this right here, for instance. So, I mean, right here, Underrated, man, is this why I haven't been here in over a minute, but I need to start coming back more often because this is right here refreshing to me, honestly. Talk about not just sports, but, we could talk about anything. And that's why I salute to you, man, because this right here is something that people need to be hearing. I mean, the topics that you talk about, the current
Mhm.
events, everything in that nature
Appreciate
is
that.
top notch, man. Respect to you, man. I do have to head out though. I wanted to come up here though to
Oh,
show
thank
some
you.
love and
And
respect.
before you leave, let me let people know. I did a chop up with Brother Iceman right here. I want you to go check it out. It's in my channel. I did a chop up, powerful. I want you to go check it out.
Oh yeah,
Brother Iceman, yes, I did.
it, it was chilling, man. That was a chilling one. I can't hold you to that, man. I enjoyed it,
Mhm.
man.
Me
But
too.
hey, Underrated, Coco, have a blessed day. I'll see you guys, man. Have
Oh,
a good one, all right?
Iceman, do me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach
What's
out
up?
to you through your email sometime this week or next week because I might be out of town. I don't
Okay.
know with the miss and everything. So, no matter what, I want to reach out to you because we got to talk about some things be happening to AFC now. Let me before you go.
Definitely.
Yeah, before you
What's up?
go, because I know you got Ramsey, so I know you with the congratulations. That's a powerful move. I'm letting you know right now, that is a powerful move what you did. So I'm talking that sports critic. I like that move and because something just we really don't need
Right on.
all that and everything. But I'm gonna get back to you, Coca T.
I hear.
Stay right. Oh, she just got it. You better come back on. But let me say this though. I hopefully we would know next week when Aaron Rodgers coming at that damn dog place and everything. Because I want to ask you your opinion before you get off here.
What's up, man?
Um, of a sports critic outside looking in, and I know you heard stories about Green Bay has given up
Oh,
Aaron
Aaron Rod.
Rodgers and stuff. Do
Yep,
you
yep.
think Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets or not, or he playing possum?
I
I'm
have a,
talking about as a
I
sports
have,
critic.
I have a good gut feeling as a sports. I really do see Aaron coming to the New York Jets. Why? Is because you have Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson at receivers. You have Brees Hall coming up with Elijah Vera Tucker in the trenches. And truth be told, if you do get Aaron Rodgers, is going to give this AFC division is going to be up for grabs. It's not just going to be the Bills being number one every time in the division, and the Jets and
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins and Patriots are trying to fight for a playoff spot. All three are just punching at each other. No, I think we're going to see the Dolphins. If you make the trade with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, especially, and then you have a little piece of the Bills, just a little bit, not so much of it. I think they're starting to come down. That window's starting to close. Even though
Yes,
you
it
have
is.
Josh Allen, don't get me wrong though. You got Josh Allen. That's one
Josh
bad man
Allen's
that you
the
have on
bad.
you.
Yeah, he's
He
bad, but
is.
I was yeah, he's a bad. But I'm gonna
But
say this though. You
that
gonna hear it
defense
first
gave him
on
a
the
little hope.
underrated darkness
Yeah.
channel. I'm gonna say this though. Despite you can't stand, well, I can't stand the Dolphins. I'm talking about the team.
And
I
I
ain't talking
can't
about the people, the
stand the
team.
Jets.
And y'all hate the Jets. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this. If Rodgers come to the Jets, I'm going to say right now, I'm talking about the division. It's going to be a matter of time. I'm talking about between the Jets and Miami, who's going to see it higher in the AFC.
That's right.
Especially
It's
who's
gonna
going to
be.
win the division. I
We
believe
taking it back
that
to the
I
70s and the
believe one. I
80s.
believe we get Aaron Rodgers, and while y'all keep on doing, I think Miami and the Jets will be in the playoffs. But it's going to be a matter of time where we're going to be seated
Oh,
in the AFC, and I think it's going to be higher than AFC because now you got to shut down. You got to shut down, safety now. And then that's going to, a lot of people don't know, but
right.
you got a safety like that. That shortens the field for the offense.
It
Do
does.
you
It
understand?
does.
It open
But
up
we
a
have.
lot for the offense when you have a defense could shorten the field. Am I right,
But it's
brother Iceman?
Tua. You're right. You're 100%. But for us, underrated, I think it's Tua. I think Tua is the question mark because that defense we got, we know it's stout now with Vic Fangio running a 3-4 stout defense. But the problem is it's Tua. Because if you get Aaron Rodgers, you got the better quarterback by far, and that's a fact. And you guys have the chance to go in the division, either win the division, go deep into it, make a playoff run, and go deep. And the Dolphins
But
would be hopefully there. But the problem is for our fan base, which has been going on like crazy, bro. I'm like, it's insane. This crap is back again, bro. Just like last offseason. For last year, it was
I
someone.
hear.
This year, it's Lamar Jackson and even Aaron Rodgers. And I was like, no. Stop the cap there. It's not happening. And we know that Tua, we just picked up his 5th-year option. And we're going to see. This is his last chance. If not, I see the Jets taking the division. If Tua's not the dude and he gets injured again and goes down, I see the Jets just taking it. Oh, like why not even win a damn Super Bowl? It sounds
But the
crazy, right?
one
The Jets
thing,
have a good defense.
but the one thing I'm a little concerned with the Jets is the offensive line. If they could fix it, because I know Beckham, they said he's looking good, and I think they got somebody up. But I'm saying if they get up, I'm not saying it has to be an all-pro offensive line. I'm not saying that, but if you just
Right.
get I want a offensive line that could still run the ball and also to protect. Because only people can say all they want to. Aaron Rodgers hearing talks. Oh, he this and that. And
Mm-hmm.
I hear Mahomes and stuff like that. There are people say, I don't think Rodgers could do it, stuff like that. You don't think Rodgers ain't hearing that. And I'm just talking about if
Oh,
Aaron
for
Rodgers
sure.
think this way. Oh, all right, Green Bay, you want to let me go? Yeah. And then he gonna talk to the Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of Rodgers' mindset now. Before you go, I just want you to stay. Give me 2 more minutes, and then you can leave. But I'm just saying, Rodgers. Oh, okay. You don't want me. I know. I respect some players in Green Bay reach out to me. Young
Well,
player,
he did go
grease
to his
up.
cabin, didn't he? To do some
Huh?
thinking. So I think right there he probably did some thinking in his cabin or in his lone
Yeah,
wood, whatever he
he
went
just
to.
came and he said,
And he's
and he said
I
they
think the
impressed
Jets.
me. He said he said he talks about it. He said I like the way he plays and stuff, and even
Mm-hmm.
after the game,
You got the receivers for him. I mean, like hell, why not get Aaron
I mean,
Rodgers?
like,
I mean,
they shake my
what's stopping the
hand. They
Jets?
reach out to
That's the
me. They
question.
said I'm still one of the greatest, and it's an honor to play against
So let
me.
me ask you a question for
Despite
real.
they beat, yeah, and I'm just saying, despite they beat us in Green
Why
Bay.
would what's the owner's name again? That's who I'm thinking of. There we go. The owner's name. What's his name again for the Jets? Was
Woody
it
Allen.
Woody?
Not Woody. I
I
think
think he's
Woody something. I forgot. Woody Johnson.
Woody something. I thought, yeah, man. And I think if you get Aaron, I think that owner right there is finally gonna stop getting just like he and Ross have something in common. They both the fan bases, and I think you could know where I'm coming from at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The fan base got some type of way to their owners, the Jets and Dolphins. And I think it's time both owners need to show their fan base that we're legit. We are for real. We want to build this thing the right and proper way and make sure that we get a winner out of this. Because I don't think both fan bases can wait for another 20 years plus.
Now, I'm tired waiting 20
again.
years, man. Let me
I
tell
don't think
you.
we can.
I'm gonna tell you my age. When the Jets won the Super Bowl, I was going on 3 years old.
May,
That's
I think Mace
69.
was Oh, Mason 72. I think he said he was I think he was like a teen or a little boy when his mom. I think I remember Mace too when we won the Super
He
Bowl
was, he was a little boy.
72. Yeah, that's been a long
Can't wait that
time.
long. You can't wait that long. And I saw
It's been
go
long.
back, Rogers thinking it. He said, "Oh, okay, hey, okay." He said, "I'm gonna come to the Jets, huh?" He said, "Don't even worry about it." He probably said, "Send me to the Jets." And he sent him to the Jets, and he said, "Hey, listen, man." And then you know what the Jets play said, "Hey, yo, you 4-time MVP, right?" Say, "Yeah, you heard they talk about you, yeah." And you know what
Yeah,
Rogers
man.
saying? Come on, man, don't even worry about it. He said, "See, we gonna show him, right?" And Rodgers gonna ride him up. If it's on Rodgers
Oh
gonna
yeah.
ride. Listen, they said we cannot do it. And I'm telling y'all like this, they got the piece right here. As a quarterback, as a prime man, you don't think Rodgers is gonna be personal? I mean, he gonna play team play. You don't think it's gonna be personal? He gonna say, "Oh yeah." And a lot of people fail to understand this too about Rodgers. That is, he's 79 throughout whatever season. Throw that out the window. Rodgers not to play in cold weather. He played big games in cold weather. Okay? So understand that, y'all. So he knows how to maneuver in cold weather. You need a quarterback that know how to play in cold weather. Why do you think Josh, why do you think that quarterback in Buffalo played good in cold weather? Because he played in Wyoming. It's
That.
cold.
Yep.
And that is
Yep.
the that is the key that y'all have to understand.
Aaron can do it, bro. Aaron can go to New York
Yeah,
and
Aaron
do
could
what
play
the
cold
Jets
weather.
fans
That's
believe.
what I'm saying. So
He
he
can
gonna line them up.
easily.
Yeah, he gonna line them up. He said, "Let's go, boys." They said they don't even. This is why I said they ain't picking us win division. Oh, okay, let's
Mm.
go.
I mean, we're in the same boat, you and I, because they've been laughing at
I'm
us. Even
telling
with the
you, if
Jen and
we get
Ramsey,
Rodgers,
they still don't.
Miami and the Jets, we gonna fight for the division, and I
We
think
got
both
to
of
earn
us
our
gonna make it
respect.
to the
Let's
playoffs,
be
and
real.
it's gonna be matter of time, right? How we gonna be
Yeah.
seeded in the playoffs? Because we gonna be within the top
But let's
five.
be But let's be real, though, underrated. Let's be real.
Yes, sir.
I think both of us have to show the NFL and the nation we got to earn our stripes and respect. Both teams.
Yeah,
We ain't done
yeah.
jack squat. The Dolphins and the Jets neither
Me
as
too. Yeah,
they.
us too.
So
Yeah.
they got to. And look, last year you saw it and I saw it. Both teams saw glimpses. Yeah, we went to the playoffs, but look, your team was a playoff team caliber as well. And I'm just saying, this next upcoming season is the year to show teams saying, look, you saw what we did, both teams. Now we're going to make that further push and show everyone that we're not just here for one little piece of last season and that's it. You won't see us for the next 10 years. No, you're going to see both teams go at each other, old school football clashing like the 60s and the 70s, and especially the 80s when the Dolphins and Jets would go at each other. And it would be one hell of a game every time. We would most likely we would be playing prime time games when we played the Jets back then. When we had Marino, when you had your quarterbacks, when we had, I mean, come on, bro. Like, this is what the NFL needs. They need back old school football rivalries. I mean, this right here is one of the best rivalries to watch in football. Vic Fangio said it. When the Dolphins are at the top, at their best, the division is better and the AFC is better. And it's true because we just got Ramsey, and I'm sure the Jets are going to attack as well in free agent and see. And those fans in Jetlands, they're going to be happy as hell. They're going to sit there and say, yo, Dolphin fans, you got Ramsey, but we got Aaron. And then we're going to sit there and say, yeah, but we got Jordan. And it's going to go back and forth, which I enjoy. You know me, I'm
And I,
going
and
to
I
enjoy
think
the
that
hell
that's
out
a
of it.
healthy, yeah, and I think that
It
is a
is.
that's a healthy conversation and stuff. But I'm just saying that if God's willing, the Jets get because they say people saying it's close, but they said up to Aaron Rodgers, but you know how Rodgers thinking of things. But I'm
Oh,
saying if the Jets get my thing, like I told the Miss this morning, that's the only way that I would know. I want to see Aaron Rodgers in the Jets press conference say that he's here. That's what I want to see. I don't want to hear anything. That's my thing,
I hear you, man.
and
But
I get that. I will go on. I will go on live, even if by
I hear
myself.
that.
But you can get on and everything, and we going I'm
I
going to
got you,
let you.
man.
They could talk all they want. Oh yeah, y'all ain't winning nothing yet. Hey, look. We got you got Aaron Rodgers. We got Aaron Rodgers, and like you say, you get Ramsey and stuff.
Of
But thank you
course, of
so much.
course.
Yeah, we got Aaron Rodgers and everything, but I think that is a healthy conversation
It
that
is,
needs
man.
had and everything. And I think that for the NFL, if it goes down like that, it's healthy. It's about time that the Jets and the Dolphins could be a
Hmm.
rivalry that could last for a long time. And you know, I think that more rivalries have to happen in the
It
NFL
has to be.
because now you know the NFL right now, as you know, it becomes very soft now. You got
You beat
teams,
me to
got
it.
so yeah, you got
Yeah,
teams that
you
want
beat
to
me
be
to it.
so. They call rivalries no. We need
Jets and
rivalries like
Dolphins.
the
You want to
Jets and
see
the
some hard
Dolphins.
hitting football? You gonna get some.
Yes,
The
yes,
Jets
yes.
are
We
known for hitting hard. The Dolphins are known for actually tackling hard. The Jets will give you the boomstick with their shoulder pads. The Dolphins will give you a little oomph with their arms, but they'll make sure they talk the smack, and the Jets will
yeah,
too.
and I think that we need to have. I think it's got to be more. I say this. I think the old rivalries has to come back because the new one is not there, and
It's
I
not
think
chilling.
that
I don't like it. No, it's too soft. Like
it's
bro,
too
like,
soft now. I think the old rivalries had to come back. The Jets and the Dolphins
it
had a
has to,
rivalry like
dog.
years ago.
And the
You know, a lot of people
fan
don't
bases are
know.
too big, bro. New York is too big. Miami, say what you want, but we got a lot of Miami
Yeah,
fans,
you got a lot
Dolphin
of Miami
fans.
players. Even y'all
And
got Miami fans in New York.
just
So this is
imagine the TV looking at New York every night on prime time and the Dolphins.
yeah.
People are we're gonna sit there and say, "Damn, look at these two teams go at each other. They hate each other. They're actually like talking shit on the field, and they're smacking across each other. Like they're literally like, yo, I'm gonna lay you out. Then no, I'm gonna hit you. And it's like that's healthy though, because that's clean football. I'm sure they're gonna show the world, look, this is how football should be played, but clean wise, like not making sure we're trying to hit you helmet to helmet. No, I don't. I
Uh-huh.
think the Dolphins and Jets are going to establish that. I think they're going to show the NFL, look, this is what we want. This is what fans have been waiting for. You know what I'm saying? Something that's old school but clean. So,
Yeah.
because they've changed the game and the art of tackling now. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, man, underrated, man.
Thank
Much,
you.
much big
Appreciate you.
ups, man. Thank you for having me, man. I'll catch you.
Anytime. You're welcome back anytime, bro.
Salute, man. All right, man.
Salute to you. Yeah, so welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. I'm gonna yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secret on YouTube, the best of the business. So I'm put the link in there. So brother Nollywood, if you wants to come up and Coco Tina, you want to come back up, you'd be more than welcome to come back. I'll stay a few more minutes before I close it out and everything. And again, shout out to the miss, shout out to the miss. And so yeah, we gonna talk about, you know, so and I'm gonna talk about boxing in the near future too. Watch out for that too. So, but get back to the story we was talking about that we was talking about with Cocatina that put the story in the chat. Thanks again, Sister Coco Tina. Very much appreciated. And it's disturbing that a 31-year-old woman could get pregnant by a 13-year-old little boy, could get away and murder. And I'm not gonna say really sad what I'm getting ready to say because I'm being nice. But I am very disappointed that people that listen from the clouds ain't do not want to talk about this story. And I gotta repeat this again. But if it would have been a man molest a little girl, 31-year old, and she's 13, yo, we're flying here. And I'm talking man or woman. And people can say you on cap. I don't care what you think. But these are facts. What I'm saying. Let me put my camera on so people mean business. I'm talking facts. And I'm talking about as a man, you think it's okay when a woman could molest a little boy and get away with murder, and they slap a sexual offender on her, and she still keeps the baby. But y'all the same man on social media talking about something wrong with the man, or man ain't doing this and man ain't doing that. But look what happened with that woman molest a little boy. Well, he's a little boy. He's analyzed. He's a little boy. He's trying to find himself. And you're going by what a 13-year-old boy is saying, knowing that he's trying to find himself. But your whole ass motherfuckers, I'm talking about men in social media, y'all don't want to talk about that, right? So y'all love to be around them toxic panties, don't you? Hmm? Hmm? I say it. I'm the number one grinder. I say it again. You like to be around them toxic panties, don't you? Hmm? Got the nerve to talk about the black man ain't doing it or the man ain't doing that. But what about this story? I understand. You keep your mouth shut. I ain't gonna talk about the women because y'all gonna get yours at the end anyway. But I'm talking about the men. Some sorry ass motherfuckers. Fuck y'all. Hope y'all ride in hell. I had to pray to God about it because I had to pray it, but I hope y'all ride in hell. If I had the power, I destroy you yourself. And don't think nothing about it. Y'all don't even want to talk about this story. And please share this out. Get it out there. I don't care. And there's a lot more stories been happening like this for years after years after years after years after years. And I've been talking about this stuff even man molest little girls. Years after years after years. But they get punished. But I'm talking about stories like this when I'm talking about years after years after years. There's something wrong with me, right? That's what I always say. The man got to be accountable, but also the woman to be accountable. And I stand firm on that. I'm tired of doing stories. I ain't gonna say I'm not tired of doing stories like that. But where's the justice, y'all? That's all I'm saying. Where's the justice for? And I'm talking about men now. You know? That's all I'm gonna say. God, now, well, thanks for sharing me. I keep on. I thought that you were gonna interview me tomorrow, last night, but you shared my thing. I appreciate that, brother. God, now, well, please reach out to me. Please reach out to me. It's in your email. But I'm gonna end this. This is the end of the underrated brunch talk number 4. I don't know when I'm gonna do number 5. My number 5 probably be. Hopefully, I'll be out of town, so I'll probably do it. I don't know. God's willing. I most like God's will be out of town with the miss and stuff. Spend time with her and get things straightened out and everything. And so I'm just saying that you gotta do better, y'all. These stories, man. Stories when we talk about today and how Coco Tina broke it down and the output and output brother Iceman. Appreciate that. You made some great points too. Where he said where's accountability at? It should be equal. I agree totally with that. But see, you got in this space, men always talk about women all the time. You got women always talk about men all the time. But stories like this that we talk about today is mouth closed. But don't worry, I take those on. I take those on. I don't mind about that. Because somebody got to care. Somebody gotta be the one to speak the truth, to speak to what's going on. Even though I know I'm not gonna get that much views on that because I'm not a really a big channel. But it's cool though. I've been doing this for years. And I know people in the space hear what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying other people, because Duke did tell me about their another brother has speak on it. So I'm not gonna say I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one, but I know he's one of the few. And also Big Duke, I talked to Big Duke on the phone. He very upset about it. Because he's a parent. And the brother he told me, he also a parent. So again, I said, where's the women in this space gonna talk about it? I know Shalakima, I think she mentioned it, but she gonna get to it. But we still got women in the space want to destroy any young boy, any babies that come out of the boy. They should be destroyed. They should be destroyed. And but your men support that, and your women support that in the space. Some of these women end up going to so mainstream media. They be on panels. And there's other media, they accept this. They quiet. But we want to think about the alphabet people. We want to think about the rainbow people. You should play this song because they're supposed to play that song for us. But you're not a man. You're not a woman. You want to be in between. But they want to defend. I'm natural. But there's some of us still want to support that. Incredible. Incredible. But something wrong with the number one grinder. Okay. Y'all think something wrong with me? Hell with y'all too. On behalf of my channel, The Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media. Believe that. Respect my existence. Shout out to my family, the Underrated One family. Shout out to my other family, the LDBC family. That stands for Lions Den Boxing Community. Also, basketball community. I've been rolling with them in years, so shout out to them. Thank y'all so much. I roll with them. That's family too. Also, shout out to hashtag TWT family. A few days ago, I did a powerful live stream with Just Do Boxing. I want you to go check that out. Also, he's part of the hashtag TWT family. Yeah, and I did a powerful live stream almost 2 months ago with Sister Kwee. She also part of hashtag TWT. That was a very powerful one. I need to check those out and everything. There's views coming, views coming and stuff like that. Underrated. I put in that work. No one grinder. I put in that work. I grind. Okay, so, and also I did in the past I did a live stream too. I did a powerful live stream on Chopper with Brother Official. I want you to go check it out too. So I'm grinding, you know what I mean? I'm never always gonna grind, always gonna grind for the truth. Always gonna do what I can to help. This part of my vision. My vision out there too, but this part of my vision. Shout out to She Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to them. Shout out to Big Dude. Shout out to Brother Professor. Shout out to Coco Tina. Shout out to Amanda Gather. Shout out to Eyes Love to Talk. Shout out to 12 Vows. Shout out to Sheila. Shout out to Sister Beach. Uh, shout out to Big Rooster. And shout out to Sheik. We here. And so let's and show the other ones I missed. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know who y'all are. So much blessings to y'all. And let's keep on the fight. Like I always say, let's save our black little girls, but also let's save let's save our little black boys. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. On behalf of my channel, again, the Underrated Darkness, your truth, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media. Be well, stay well, be alert, and advocate. Men, let's keep on advocate for ourselves, but also speak up for the injustice what happened. You got to do that. Salute to y'all. Good afternoon. This one is Ghost.